this message by reading a scripture from Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. Yes, I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. When I was younger, I would daydream a lot. I didn't have a lot of friends, so that's how I did it. I imagined a whole bunch of things of me just walking around and looking at things and imagining that I was a princess or something. And that was really fun, and it helped me not be bored. Problem was, when I went out with my parents to the shops, I would also do that. I would just, walk around in my la-la land and just imagine things again. And before I knew it, I didn't know where my parents were. I was somewhere in the clothing section thinking of how nice a dress would look on me. And then when I didn't know where my parents were, I would start to freak out. Of my wild imagination, I would imagine myself growing old in this clothing section. This is my home now. That's really what happened, and each time I would get so scared and I wouldn't know what to do anymore. Then one day we watched a movie. The movie was about a girl and her big brother and how he would always protect her. And whenever she messed up or got in trouble, she could run to him and he would help her. I really, really wanted that. And I was the oldest one, so I didn't have an older sibling to run to, not even a sister. So the next time I got lost again in the clothing section and got scared, my mom sat me down and said, you know what? You have an older brother. Jesus can be that older brother like in the movie for you. He can come to you and he will protect you. He will be always next to you or in front of you or in the back even. He can even be above you in case a pot of flowers will fall on you, He will protect you. She didn't have to tell me then that, I don't have to be afraid anymore or stuff, because I knew if something happened, if I get lost again in the clothing section, I was going to grow old there again, but I knew I wasn't going to be alone. That's really how I got the desire for a big brother. And I never felt alone again. I started to ask Jesus for help for really anything. Like when I did get lost again in the store, I wanted to find my parents again, so I knew, what? Jesus is amazing. He knows everything. So he can come and help me. So I asked him, could you show me where my parents are? And I didn't get like this huge picture and went through the store and knew exactly where my parents were. But there was always that little voice telling me to go forward, maybe go left. And then I found my parents and they were like, oh, where were you? They didn't even notice I was gone, usually. I was having a breakdown. And then I also asked him, not only when I got lost, but like when I was scared, I knew, you can help me, you can be with me, you can take my hand. I would also be a really messy, usually because I was so daydreaming, I would misplace all sorts of things, my iPhone or my books, especially my school books, which was bad because I needed my school books almost every day. We would search hours for those stupid books because I didn't know where I put them. I was somewhere else. And then again, he would come with his gentle voice telling me, have you checked under your bed or in your closet maybe, or in the bathroom? I left a lot in the bathroom. Not only that, he also was with me when I get nervous, like really nervous. I start to get stomach cramps and want to throw up and go to the toilet and just hide in a hole. And he would come and he would make me, it would be okay, like I would be more calmer. I would still like get all those things like what's gonna happen. I would still be nervous, but I knew it was okay, like he's gonna be there. Especially in like tennis. I used to play tennis a lot, and whenever I was like going to a match and was about to come on, I would be really nervous and like I'm going to mess up. I'm not going to make any points. Like, I'm just going to lose. And he would come, and I would feel his calmness on me, and I would have fun, you know. I would take the nervousness away, and I would have fun. He also, you know, showed me how to be more excited about things. Like, I would always be so scared of trying out new things, but then he came and he helped me. So, yes. Whenever I was also in tennis practice, I would get nervous or really frustrated because I couldn't get that stupid swing right. And the teacher was starting to get a bit angry with me, or like, she's never going to get it anyway. So I would, you know, get ready to make a move. I was like, hey, Jesus, just help me. I do not want to mess up again. And I didn't get it perfect on the first time, but it got easier, and he showed me how to do it, you know. And suddenly the teacher, oh, how did you get that right? You tried it now 100 times, and you didn't get it right. But suddenly, you somehow get it. And he helped me with that. I grew up next to a forest. That's pretty common in Switzerland because there are a lot of forests there. But what you also hear from especially the parents, you do not go into the forest by night, and you do not go alone. Because, you know, there could be some weird things there, weird people or whatever. Because it was okay in daylight and with a group of people, but because the parents really went on to the children and said, you don't do that, they were even scared to go by daylight or in a group. Thing is, through the forest, it was just faster to arrive at your destination. Like, I had to go through there to get to my tennis practice each week. It was much faster, and when I went there, it was still daytime. I didn't go alone. I went with my friend who also joined me, but she was more on the scared side. You know, she was like, oh, aren't you scared? I'm always so scared. You know, did you hear that? What could that be? I was like, yeah, you know, I do not like to go through the forest, but I know nothing's going to happen. I'm not alone because I have Jesus with me. I have like a big brother, and he protects me. She's also the oldest, and she doesn't have a brother, and she also wanted that. So that really helped her and envisioned it, and she didn't feel so afraid anymore or alone. She could see him riding on the bike next to us, protecting us. Jesus is always there for you. He's never too busy. He's never going to be, you know, today I don't really feel like it. I think I'm coming down with a cold. I'll just someone else can handle that. I'm busy now. He will always be there, and he will always protect you. You don't have to be scared to get lost. Or when you get lost, you don't have to be scared that you are alone and be afraid. Because he is next to you, and he will protect you. He will take your hand, and he will take you to your parents. He will bring you to your parents again safely. Or, I don't know. Once, that was really horrible for me, I lost my dog. He ran off. And I was so scared, and I didn't know where he was. So I was just, no, Jesus, I really need your help now. I'm freaking out, and I don't know where my dog is. He could be run over for all I know. I prayed through the whole thing. It was like telling my sisters to go look there, and one go home and tell mother what happened. You know, I was just praying and kind of freaking out until, you know, I just gave it up to him, and he came and gave me a calmness. And then it didn't take long. I was in that forest like an hour trying to find the dog. My sister came and said, oh, you know, he's at home. He just walked home. He had enough. He walked home. My mom said thought we dropped him off there. He was sitting on the couch eating biscuits. I was like, great. I was having a breakdown here and freaking out, and he was having the time of his life. He wants to help us like that. He doesn't just want to do those big, great things for us. He's there for also the little things, you know, like helping you find your dog again, or find the best candy. I don't know, just anything really. Whatever is on your mind, you can give it to him. You don't have to think, you know, this is too small. This is insignificant. It's not important. It's not big. Who am I? This is not worth his time. He cares. He also won't force his help on us. Like, if you don't want it, he won't give it to you. You have to go ask him, and he will be there immediately. Like, he won't then wait a bit. He is waiting for you to come to him. Sometimes we're just too busy or think, let me just try this. I will get it probably, and if I don't, well, then I'll go to him and I'll ask him. It would be much easier if we just go first to him and not think we can do it by ourselves first. Like, even the smallest thing, we can just go to him and he will give us wisdom. You don't have to do anything for that. You don't have to be a great person or do all these great things that he will come for you. He will be there and you don't have to do anything. Like, it's free. You just have to invite him and he will come. He will protect you from every side, from left, from right. He will be behind you and in front of you and above you, making a shield around you that you won't get hurt. He will be there to protect you like a big brother.